Hello there and welcome. So, we've just had a patch drop from Palworld and it has got a lot of fixes in. We got some major fixes, some minute ones, a couple of patches, for instance the armor bug patch. I know it's a big L for us all that love to boost our armor ratings by using a glitch or an exploit, but it was bound to come to an end eventually. So we'll start off with the major fixes. The first one is fixed an issue where the game would crash under certain conditions. Now, I have only had one crash and it fixed itself after waiting 2 minutes, so I can't really speak from any other players because I've not experienced it myself, but if you've been having that problem, hopefully it's been fixed for you. They've also fixed an issue where another player's pal/base pal, so this is whether they had it on their party or whether it were at their base, had HP 30% or less, it could be captured by using a sphere. That's diabolical. I did not think that was a thing. I mean, I'm in a private server and I've never actually attempted that, but apparently some people have and it's worked. They also fixed an issue where enemy pals would get stuck in walls due to charge attacks. I've not had that happen, although I have had a friend glitch out of the map twice. I don't know if that's something to do with that maybe. They've implemented the first fix for an issue where the game would always crash and save data would be corrupted when the guild's total number of pals captured reached around 7,000. I'm presuming this is a guild that's maybe got a few people in it because 7,000's a lot of pals. But that's a really bad bug to have, that the actual game gets corrupted. I feel bad for people that have been just playing with their mates and had that issue, so hopefully that doesn't happen no more. The game no longer crashes even if the total number of captured objects exceeds 7,000. This 7,000 number seems very peculiar. But yeah, once again, hopefully that's sorted out. But there's a note here, however, save data that has already been in this state, in this case of a server that serves world data, prior to the update will still be unable to load, so I'm very sorry if you're in that boat. That's really unfortunate, but game's only been out a week or two. Hopefully you can try and recapture some of that progress, hopefully. They say we are continuing to work on fixing this issue permanently, so there might be some kind of way that this still plagues the game, so be careful of that, people. Next we have key configuration. So they've added support for mouse, side keys and numeric keypad in keyboard key configs. Now I'm a controller user, so I've not really come across this issue, but I know that their mapping system was very basic. Further improvements are currently planned, such as support for the interact key config. I think this might be something to do with, like, for instance on the B button, I think on keyboard it brings up the radial wheel for your crafting menu on the base. You can't change that. I don't know if that's going to be something that gets tweaked later on, like in this update. Next we have player issues. They fixed an issue where players on dedicated servers and co-op online were receiving damage twice. Now, I want to say I was one of those players. The amount of times that I get clapped when I'm just playing the game, but that's probably not the case. I'm probably just really bad at protecting myself and not dodging out of the way. But I'm glad that's not an issue no more, because people taking double damage, not cool. Specifications have been changed so you can move at an extremely low speed even when you've exceeded the weight limit. So I'm presuming that rather than just stopping, you can now slowly move. This might be because when you're at base, for instance, if something happens to your loot and your chests break and the loot goes everywhere, you are encumbered and you cannot move with that loot in your inventory. So maybe this is to alleviate that problem a little bit, so that you can pick up all your loot and slowly move it to a chest, rather than just being stuck in one spot and having to do it in the most like mundane way ever. Hopefully that's what that's for. I think that's right. Players will no longer pass through walls when dismounting. I think that's happened once to me, maybe. I think it was in a dungeon, but I think I managed to get out of it. They fixed an issue where capture power strengthened by lift monk effigies was reset when using memory reset drugs. Now my friend told me about this bug. He said that people have been resetting their skill points and it resets the effigies, so you have to go around and collect them all again. And bearing in mind there's only about 400 and something in the map, and I think you need like 100 and odd to max it out. So if you had this bug, then you were in danger of not being able to max out. You're basically going to get bricked. Your character was going to get bricked. Well, this says it's fixed now. I'd like to see other people tell me if it's fixed before I even attempt to reset my skill points. I don't think I will. I don't think I need to. But if in case I do, it'd be nice that it doesn't break my character. Fixed an issue where armor could be equipped in the wrong slot. This is the armor glitch exploit that I was on about. It's where you can have two armors in your accessory slot, and it was fantastic. It was a good time. But it was an exploit and it was a bug, and it shouldn't have been in the game. So happy to see it fixed. Sad to see it go. Adjusted camera positions and several pals to make it easier to see when mounted. Not sure which pals they are. Haven't really encountered that yet, but hopefully that's not gonna be something I notice now because they fixed it. We've got quite a few base ones here, so specifications are being changed so that pals who are manually assigned to a breeding farm will not become hungry and their manual assignments will not be removed. I haven't gotten into breeding yet, but that would have annoyed me if that were the case, that they were just starving while they were in there. The key to lift pals is being changed from F to V, or on the Xbox, X to Y, in order to prevent accidents. So this was, I think, if you interact with a pal, sometimes you click something else because you like it were on the same button. It was very weird, but that seems to be alleviated now. Reduce the speed and range of fire spreading on wooden buildings. For all the builders out there, this is a godsend because holy moly, when your base gets set on fire, there's no saving it. If you have water teams, you're supposed to try and extinguish it, but they ain't extinguishing that once it's on fire. That fire spreads like crazy. Hopefully not so much now. Fixed an issue where manual work assignments could not be set at all under certain circumstances. I wonder what them ones were. Hopefully that's the ones that I've been encountering where you took a penguin at the freezer and doesn't work on it because he's an arrogant penguin. Fixed an issue where extremely high level of Relaxosauruses would attack the base during raids. I've had them come to my base once, but they couldn't get to it, so I think I got lucky there. I did several measures to prevent base pals from getting stuck. Hopefully that alleviates a problem on my original base, but I don't know. I'm about to move bases, so we'll see. We'll see if they keep getting stuck. Hopefully not, because it's one of the biggest issues for me in the game right now. Pals just getting stuck in places, getting weakened, depressed, upset, hungry, all that kind of business. Fixed an issue where pals would get stuck while transporting items and would drop them on the spot. If you haven't seen this, it is funny but also pathetic and sad. You'll see your Depresso walking around with your sad little face, carrying rocks, can't get from A to B, and just drop them on the floor and walk off miserably. It's kind of comical, but it's also kind of annoying as well. Fixed an issue where pals at the base would continue to cut down trees that were already cut. That's I'm glad that's been fixed. That's annoying. They just continuously trying to do something that isn't possible. Fixed an issue where pals at the base were on the verge of death due to unexplained falling damage. I've not encountered that yet, but there was no falling areas on my base. I don't think so. Fixed an issue where pals at the base would float under some conditions. I've seen that happen to my friend's tames. I've logged on and his tames were just in the sky, chilling, starving, getting miserable about it. They couldn't do nothing about it. They were just stuck up there. Fixed an issue where if a farm was built on the second floor or above, workers would be unable to move on the floors below. At least that's sorted. And then they've corrected incorrect text. Now, I don't know about that because I logged on today and I was throwing a Palworld and the writing was in Chinese. I don't know why that is, but that's weird. Measures have been added to prevent cheating and stealing other players' pals. There is some real Team Rockets around there. Many other minor fixes such as the addition of a UI key guide. And they end with, we will continue development, placing top priority on fixing major problems and issues. Thank you for your continued support of the Palworld. So, what did I think to these? Week 1 or 2-ish, I can't remember. I've been in the game that much now, I've lost track of time. First major update in my opinion, and a good one to boot. Hopefully it fixes some of the issues that you've been having. If it doesn't, I'm sure we'll get some more fixes very shortly. And if you haven't already, remember to like that video. It really helps me get it out to more people. I'll be posting more guides, etc. in the future, so stay tuned for that. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a good day.